So what do you think they should do for the next Halloween movie? Halloween Ends. What direction should they go in? Should they continue the nostalgia craze, or should they say, we don't care what the fans want, we're going to do what we think is right?
I say do something batshit crazy, right? Because that's what sticks, right? We're talking about Season of the Witch, 40 years later, right? And we're talking about how it has a cult following. And you're saying that the movies in the franchise that you like the most are the ones that took the swing as hard as they could. And I just think that's a good way to, if you're actually going to end it, which, there's a chance it's probably not going to end, but just to swing and do what you want. I'm like, I'm not a film critic, right? I'm a screenwriter. I'm a filmmaker. Pave the way for me to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what movies that take these swings, they do. They open up the arts, and that's what we want. We want the arts opened up, right?
See, now here's the interesting thing, because again, the sequels that are considered the best are the ones that do play it the most safe, or at least try the hardest to recapture the OG Halloween spirit. So, like, this movie did terribly when it came out. Halloween 6 did terribly when it came out. The Rob Zombie movies did well financially, but most of the fans hate those movies. So when you see the record, I don't blame the people at Blumhouse for saying, well, we obviously don't want to come out with something that the fans hate. So they have to navigate that. They have to navigate those two extremes. I think Halloween Kills kind of got closer to finding that balance I would want. So if they continue down that trajectory, I think they will find something. I just don't want to see Michael Myers wandering around Haddonfield, and Laurie Strode talking about the evil and how we have to kill the evil. I don't want that again, So
when I say go batshit, I'm not saying like make Michael Myers fly or anything like that. I guess there needs to be some clarity. I'm not saying like give the guy a cape or wings or whatever and he's flying around stabbing people. Okay, I'm just saying at this point there's so much division, it's going to be hard to find that middle ground. Right, it truly is. They probably thought that they found it, like you're saying, like with Halloween Kills, like you're saying, like they were pretty close to it. They probably thought they found it, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe a little shocked at the backlash that it has received from critics and fans.
Are they going to notice that though? Because it did so well financially.
But then that's what I'm saying. Like, so like it does so well financially, and that even that criticism causes, like, wouldn't you like to make a movie that went viral because people couldn't like agree on some aspect of it? Like, I would love that. That would be like,
it depends. I don't want to, and this is kind of like the Rian Johnson thing, right? Like, I don't want to come into a franchise, one of the biggest franchises, and be remembered for making one of the most polarizing movies in that franchise.
What's your own film? Let's say your
my own thing, my own film. Yeah. And I would be proud of that. But that's different, because something I also don't want to do is I just don't want to like be consumed by the all-powerful machine that is Disney, that is all these big studios that, like, I mean, Star Wars is bigger than one screenwriter. Halloween is bigger than one screenwriter. So you got to realize what you're stepping into.
Yeah, maybe I'm just getting a little crazy, but let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Is it because I almost feel like it's impossible. Like, if John Carpenter, he's saying like after the first one, like it should have stopped, right? At this point, like, what do you like? I know you're saying like you go into a franchise like Halloween, it's a huge franchise. What do you actually write at this point? We're so many films past the first one, like, and they've all gone in like kind of weird directions in one way or another, maybe by keeping like a thread of like Michael Myers through them all. Like,
except this one.
Yeah. Well, he's in there. He's definitely
okay,
not the
he
thread
won't be
they
the
wanted.
thread. Yeah.
He's not the thread they wanted, but he's definitely in there. But like at this point, you're the writer, Gabriel Theus. You're the writer of Halloween Ends. How do you not piss off the fan base? Like, I feel like that's just impossible. I feel like it's impossible.
I feel like that's not exactly the right question. I don't know. I definitely don't want to pander to people. Well, first off, this is the third in a trilogy, and you just have to follow certain things.
Mhm.
I mean, to be honest, if they had hired me as the writer for Halloween 2018, which they definitely should have done, call me Blumhouse. I would have just disconnected it from the original. I wouldn't have brought back anybody from the original movie aside from Michael Myers. I would have said, because at the beginning of the first movie, he just disappears. And I'm wondering, what other adventures is Michael Myers going to go on? I guess the door is open for all of these different paths you can go down. So I would want him to go to maybe a different town, stalk different people. I think I just got tired of the evil speeches that people constantly made. It would be cool for him to like really sneak up on unsuspecting people and, create a new kind of just a new thing, a new movie.
Yeah. Oh, well, because I know kind of like I think we kind of got off a little bit, but kind of what we were talking about was like you were asking what do you do with like Halloween Ends, right? Like, and you don't want to displease the fan base. And I was just saying, like, I just feel like it'd be so hard not to. Like, if you would have stepped in and did that with Halloween 2018, like somebody's gonna be pissed. There's gonna be a big group of people out there that are just
yeah.
And especially with this, like,
Hmm.
I don't understand what people are really expecting when it comes to Halloween. I mean, they've been all over the place. Like,
Yeah, I mean, people expect a movie as good, or at least in the ballpark of the original, right? Again, the one.
yeah, well, it's not gonna happen, right?
Not gonna happen. But it's hard to do that's not gonna happen. Like, it's, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, the first two Spider-Man movies. And if you tell me, you're never gonna get movies like that again in this franchise, this can be a bitter pill to swallow. And I won't want to believe you.